Good morning. Welcome to Unveiling She's Message in a Bottle. Today we have a bottle called The Old Soul. I love this bottle because a lot of us are old souls. We've been around for a while. So let's talk about what these energies are telling us today. And it is the colors of royal blue and yellow. And you can also see I have the tarot card over to the right as well that is going to help tell the story of this bottle and the energies. So this bottle, the message for us this week is, here is a intention for this bottle too that makes it kind of clear. And this is what I just want to read it quick. It states that I make the best of my opportunities. I feel the joy as I see those opportunities. So again, breaking that down with that statement, what it's telling us is the royal blue is the seeing. It's seeing with an intuitive energy, right? It's the third eye energy. It's that the invisible energy. You see things. And the yellow is like the opportunities that are here. So it's intellectual. It's where the intellectual meets with the intuitive. So we see and we can analyze with our intuition. So it's analyzing with intuition, not with the mind. Because when we analyze with the mind, we've all been there. We're always going to fall into the trap where we analyze with the mind and it makes us go crazy. So this is deeper. This is being able to see and then see what's going on and analyze from a place of peace, more so, of calm, of not trying to force something. Like the mind is just trying to find a solution to force something to happen that the ego wants to happen. And this is taking a step further and seeing from a different place so that you can make an assessment. And these two colors shaken together is green. So the emerald green, so the emerald of the heart, so that these two bring us into like complete balance. We're making decisions from that heart center. It's the two parts of us, but taking that step back to see. And you can see in the card of this tarot card, there's a gentleman with a shaved head, meaning that it's taking away all vanity, like your pride of like thinking of what you have to be in this world. It's just, it's representing taking that away. And it's also showing here, he's got 3 cups that he's holding on the platter. And those are all in the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. So what that is saying is he has perfected these basic principles in life. The basic principles. Everything comes down from like the primary colors, the primary frequencies. When you get to the basics, to the truth, to the core of how the structures of the world is built, you become you're an old soul. Meaning you've practiced, you've devoted, you've put all this time to really understand these 3 basic principles. Of course, there's probably more, but it's you know what I'm saying? It's mastering the foundations. And because of the devotion that one puts in to go within, to take a step back, to see the patterns of the world, in the yellow, like the knowledge of what's around you, but taking a step back and seeing from a higher place. Then when you do that over time and you're devoted to committing to the center of the heart and you're living from the heart and you devote this practice, you can see above the man's head, man, woman, whatever, you can see that there's a cup that's about to drip right on his head. And it's all filled with white, clear, which means all the colors of the rainbow, all the colors in there. So it's source, it's cosmic light. And he's about to be graced by a drip, be blessed from the drip of his devotion. And that drip signifies inspiration that comes from a higher place. This is when we devote to looking around, taking a step back, seeing the bigger picture from a different place, seeing the patterns, mastering, perfecting the principles of life. They're everywhere. It's in nature. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the patterns that are over and over and over, it's right in front of our faces. When we start adapting those to our lives, we open up to receive this grace, this inspiration that comes from a higher place that we could never in the mind come up with. But it only comes from like the old soul, like you've been around, you've been doing the work, you're devoted. And you can see that, you can't really see, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a little trail going back, and there's a cave in there in that mountain. So it's also saying that you go into retreat to connect to this place. This is how we connect to it. But it's also taking action with it too. It's all the principles. We have the red, the yellow, and the blue. So it's balance with going within, taking action, analyzing, but all from the deeper place. So that's what this bottle is telling us today. And I think it hits home. It's a reminder for us to get back to the basics and the foundation, and be aware and grounded to be able to ask those questions, to see the patterns, to see from a deeper place, not the place of the mind that is going to just create all this mess in our lives, right? It's taking a step further to see and to find the foundation, because it's in every single second, every moment. The foundations of life are right here in front of you. And when you know that, you can build off of that foundation, and your life doesn't crumble. It doesn't crumble when the storms come in, because you are grounded into the basic principles, the foundations of the universal laws, of who you are in the world around you, and you don't feel such a victim to the circumstances. So that is the message for you today. I see someone commenting. I can't, again, see who it is, but I see you said, what I have to get out of my head. Yeah, I know, right? Like we all have to work on this. But the key is it's not that we're going to always be in this state of Zen. This is part of the old soul knows that, right? The old soul allows oneself to experience all of those emotions. And when we're in the head and we're caught in the head, in the monkey mind of the brain, in the mind, trying to control our lives, it's not that it's bad and we don't try to kill that part of ourselves. It's about awareness. It's about catching that we're in that cycle and knowing that that is not how we need to do things. It's like catching that, knowing that there's another way. There is another way. And then in that moment, when we catch ourselves in the mind, is when we step back and we surrender. And in the Course of Miracles and in the book club that I'm hosting right now, if anyone wants to join, you can still hop on anytime. But we just started it yesterday. But in this book, it's all about asking to see things differently. When we're in the moment where we're trying to figure things out ourselves, why the fuck are we doing that? We're never going to figure it out. We will never figure it out as gracefully as when we surrender that problem, the issue, the pain, the suffering. We surrender it and say, okay, I can't, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to keep trying to figure this out. Please help me see this differently. And that is the key. Please help me see this differently. Source, God, universe, cosmic light, divine feminine, whatever your higher power is or higher self, you hand it over. And then you step back and you give yourself space, because you will not see it unless we have space. And that's the cup above the guy's head, right? And it's coming into him because he's got space. He's given it the stillness. That's the blue, the stillness for that answer to come through, the inspiration. We've got to get out of the way. But again, it's really being compassionate with the fact that we're going to get in the way. The point isn't to think we're bad or we're not an old soul or a master because of it. You become the master when you allow yourself to be in it, and then you can witness the storm or the clouds passing by. That is the point. to just allow everything. And when you're getting in the way, you hand it over. And then you make room for the answer to reveal itself when it's supposed to. And we don't expect it right now. We just know that it'll come. So that is the Old Soul bottle today. I hope this served you. These are always wonderful reminders because Aura-Soma, again, color, right? The 3 primary colors have to do with the foundations of the universe. So colors are the foundation of how we can build our ground, our buildings off of, our lives off of, the foundational principles. Aura-Soma breaks it down into very simplified, basic, true, like gets to the soul, resonation, frequency, vibration. There's a reason this system is amazing. And that's why this colors can help us, or Soma can help share these messages that are universal truths, because they are. And when you work with this system, you're literally putting those energies that are the truth, that hold the mandala, the blueprint of these principles, and you're putting it on your body, into your system energetically, so that divine blueprint, the frequency, the mandala, is absorbed into your system. And it acts as a harmonic to bring everything into resonance to the blueprint, to the universal law of that color, of that frequency, which aligns with our chakras. So again, a little extra about why Aura-Soma is so helpful. Not just only, this is so helpful for me, even just going over what the principles mean and talking about it, because I think it helps land. But when you are working with them, it takes you to another level too. So that's all I have. So thank you. And whoever's commenting, thank you for being on live. And yes, get out of your own way. And again, we're all here to help each other do that and support each other. All right. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you later. Bye.